Good morning, grade 8 students. In this video, we're going to start our introduction to the chapter of grade 9, which is digestion. We'll start here about the types of food. So what are the different types of food? Let's start step by step. And in this video, we're going to identify the types of food, types of organic food, and types of inorganic food. The food that we eat is classified into two categories. These categories, they are organic food and inorganic food. What the meaning of organic? What the meaning of inorganic? Organic food, they consist of three main groups. They consist of carbohydrates, they consist of lipids, and proteins. So let's start with the first type of organic food. It's called the carbohydrates, or you hear about this, it's called the carbs. Okay, those who play, for example, you go to the gym and they know about sports and they know about nutrition, they know what I'm talking about, the carbs. Carbohydrates or the carbs, they are the sugars, the starch, and the fibers that are found where? In the fruits, in the grains, in the vegetables, and the milk product. They are a good source of energy. Carbs, they are rice, for example. They are, for example, let's see, banana is a good source of carbs. All of them, they are good source of carb, and they provide the body with the energy. Carbohydrates. Let's talk about the sugars. Sugars, we have three different forms. We have what's known by the complex, the most complicated one. We have the intermediate, which is half-half, or we have the simplest form. Let's start with disaccharide. What the meaning of the word di? Di means two. Disaccharides, meaning that we have two sugars, they are bonded together, they are connected together. Example about this, we have sucrose, we have maltose, and we have lactose. And we are going to talk about this in details. Also, we have the monosaccharides. Mono means one. Monosaccharide, it's only one sugar found in itself. It's its own one sugar. So first, we have something called disaccharide, which two sugars, they are bonded together. They have a bond, they have a link, they have connection with each other. And we have monosaccharide. Mono, it's only one. So one sugar alone, like glucose, galactose, and fructose. Monosaccharides, they are the simple. They are the simple sugars. They are directly absorbed by the body cells. While disaccharides, they are broken down in the body to give sugars as follows. Sucrose, as we said, it's two sugars connected together. So it's glucose with fructose. Maltose, it's glucose plus glucose. So you have to know this. You have to know that sucrose, it's glucose with another sugar, which is called fructose. You have to know that maltose, it's glucose with another glucose. So two glucose connected together, they give maltose. Lactose, it's glucose plus another sugar, which is called galactose. So I repeat, the carbohydrates, sugars, we have mono and di. Mono, we said the monosaccharides, they are the simple sugars, whereas the disaccharides, they are the intermediate form. So the simple form is the mono, one. Intermediate, two sugars connected together. We have here lactose. Let's talk about the lactose. Lactose, it's the sugar found in the milk. It's called the milk sugar. Lactose, it's glucose and galactose connected together. This is called the bond. They are bonded together, and here we call it the lactose. So lactose, it's glucose and galactose, and lactose, it's known to be the milk sugar. Sucrose. Sucrose, it's glucose plus fructose. So sucrose, it's glucose and fructose, 50-50, glucose and fructose. This is the table sugar that we use it at home. It's called sucrose. It's glucose with fructose. And sure, it's a disaccharide. It's in form of two. Maltose. Maltose, it's glucose and glucose. So two glucose, they are connected to each other. They give what's known by maltose. Glucose and glucose, as shown here, they are connected to each other. They give what's known by the maltose. Starch. All of you know that starch is produced by the green plant during the process that is very, very famous, photosynthesis. Remember the song about the photosynthesis. Okay, so starch is produced by green plant during the process of photosynthesis. So starch is detected by which test? By grading test. If it gives dark blue color, means that we have starch. Starch is a polysaccharide. Poly, what the meaning of poly? Poly, it's many. So polysaccharides, they are long chain of sugars, and to be more specific, long chain glucose molecules. These polysaccharides, they are found in many types of food, like the corn, like potato, like wheat. So here we have the starch. Starch is made up of long glucose molecules. So glucose molecules, you have long chain, so we call it the starch. And the starch, it's a polysaccharides. So polysaccharides, they are long chain of glucose. So till now, the sugars, how many forms do we have? We have three. The first form, we call it the mono. What is the meaning of mono? One sugar. Monosaccharide. This is the simplest form. Intermediate, it's not simple, or it's not really complex. Intermediate, it's a disaccharide. Two sugars connected together. While the polysaccharide, it's a long chain, like a chain of glucose. We call it the polysaccharide. Many sugars connected to each other, like this case here of the starch. Fibers. What are the fibers? Fibers, also known to be cellulose, is referred to cellulose, which is found in plants. It's also a polysaccharide. It's found in plants, and the human body cannot digest it, but it has an important role in process of digestion. It facilitates the digestion process and helps in the process of digestion to digest the food faster. Okay, mainly it's found in fruits and vegetables, so it's important for the process of digestion. This is known by the fibers. Let's move now to the lipids. Another type of, first of all, we finished about the carbohydrates. We said we have three forms. We have simple form, intermediate, complex. The simple form is referred to monosaccharide. It's one sugar. Intermediate form is called the disaccharide, two sugars connected to each other, and we have polysaccharides, many sugars connected. So mono, di, and the poly. Let's move to another type of organic food, which is the lipids. Lipids. What are the lipids? They are type of organic food. Example about these, like fats, oils, waxes, some types of vitamins A, D, E, and K, and others, nuts, gato, for example, fatty meat and chicken and fish, butter, for example, all of them, they have a role in the fats. So they are classified as fats. So what do they do inside our body, and what is the function of this? Let's start first to talk about the lipids. Lipids, they are composed of something called fatty acids and glycerol. So whenever they are digested into their simplest form, fatty acid and glycerol. And they are known to be lipids, they are known to be a very good source of energy. Even though they are a good source of energy and they provide a higher amount of energy than those of the carbs. So lipids, they provide even though double the amount of energy than that provided by carbohydrates. Let's move now for proteins. What are proteins? Proteins, they are the third type of organic. So first, we talk about the carbs. We said we have a simple form, which is called the monosaccharides. Intermediate is called the disaccharides. The complex form is called the poly. We talk about the lipids. We have complex form only, and we have simplest form only. So we don't have intermediate form, and this is known to be lipids. This is the complex form, and the simplest, we said it's fatty acid and cholesterol. Now, let's move to proteins. Proteins, they are made up of long chains of amino acids. These are the amino acids. Every one of these is called an amino acid. So the simplest form is called the amino acid. Whenever they are connected to each other, they give something called polypeptide, like this one, small chains of amino acids. While when they form long chains, they are referred to as protein. So the simplest form is called amino acid, the intermediate is called polypeptide, and the complex is called the protein. Proteins, they are found in meat, in fish, chicken, dairy products, eggs, beans, and other types of food. They are important for what? Proteins, they are important for the growth and for repairing the damaged tissues. So they have an important role in the growth and repairing the damaged tissues. In organic food, we finish first the organic. So we have three different types of organic food. We have carbohydrates, we have the lipids, and we have the proteins. Inorganic, we have water and mineral salts. It's very easy. Inorganic, water and mineral salts. So food is divided into either organic or inorganic. Organic, we have carbs, carbohydrates, we have lipids, we have the proteins. While the inorganic, we have water and we have the mineral salts. This is everything related to the types of food, organic food and inorganic food. Thank you.